What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back out with some more of the Chris Watts videos and the centralized target on Nichol Kessinger, because in this best audio ever, Chris Watts discovers everything with Nichol Kessinger, including she knew about the pregnancy, she knew about them still being together, she knew, and we're going to look at all of it right now with the help of Midnight Rabbit Hole. If you guys have not watched their channel or watched their videos on their channel, I suggest you go over there and give them some love, because they definitely have done a great job. They're new to the scene, so go subscribe, you know the deal. But don't forget to subscribe over here by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Zowoki myself has posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I'm so thankful for all of you guys. We are on our way to hopefully one day hitting that 100K goal, but I need your guys' help. So make sure you guys do everything I just said. And with that being said, I want to get into this audio to see what more Chris Watts can blame on Nichol. We've heard it before that he blames her as the Jezebel, the woman that pretty much corrupted his mind, corrupted his family, and made him do what he did. Now, I'm not giving any out to Chris Watts whatsoever. The man did his family grotesquely, or he did them dirty, and he murdered them, took their lives away way too short. They had the whole life of the head of them, and that's why we do these videos, is to fight for the little girls, plus Nico. They never got a chance at life. And then Miss Shanann Watts, I'm not even gonna say Shanann Watts anymore, because he doesn't need to have that, or she doesn't need to have that last name. Miss Shanann had, again, she could have had 50 or 40, 50, 60 years to go. She was only 30-ish, or was it 32, I do believe? I can't remember offhand. But she had, again, tons of life to live. And that's what bugs me this most, and that's why people keep saying, Zowoki, why do you keep doing these videos? It's this reason is because Nichol. I just want her looked at to find out if she was innocent or guilty of some type of involvement. It might not be physical, but she caused this annihilation. So let's take a look.
His family has opened up about his extramarital affair that ultimately led to the tragic events. His affair with Nichol Kessinger has been a topic of intense public scrutiny. In the following audio, Watts discusses his relationship with his infamous mistress.
Do you mind if we talk a little bit more about Nichol? So walk me through it, because that was one of the things we never really got to ask you about.
Right, we didn't talk.
Just kind of skipped on and talked about where the girls were, but so what happened there?
So it was probably around June 1st or something. That's when I first met her, and it was just like a work conversation. She messed with the gas meters that we were out in the field, and I was messing up, and then I took it to her like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, how do I fix it? And after that, we just ran into each other a few times in the office, and I think it was probably the fourth time meeting. She had asked me, because like when we were talking back and forth, I would say, like, we moved here from Colorado or from North Carolina and stuff like that, and then she's like, "What's all this weed stuff?" I'm like, "Oh, I took out my phone and showed her a picture." Like,
see, she knew.
My girl's on the phone. It's like, "Oh, okay." Like, so like, yeah, like, I didn't wear a ring at work because like I sent it off so to get refitted when I lost all that weight. So, but
you lost so much weight that your fingers lost weight.
Yeah, it was literally like I was out in the snow one time. I went like that, and my ring went off on the rocks. So I was panicking, trying to find out that I can't wear this anymore. But so after that, she left me alone for a couple days, and she texted me outside in the field. And then after that, we just kept texting back and forth, and it was just it's like.
So she started it. So she's the one that initiated it. When we always thought it was Chris, or how she would say in the interview that, oh, he went after me. He was always coming to me. It was her.
Like, she used to work in a little rig out in North Dakota. Dakota, I think. And we just kind of trading the stories back and forth about what we did and everything. And then one day it just kind of went to a different level. And then I never thought it would ever go to that level. But she was talking about meeting up after we got back from San Diego. Yeah, we were in San Diego from the 22nd to the 26th of June. And we met up after we got back. And
how did you guys meet up?
At a park in Thornton.
Thornton
somewhere. And after that, we just kept seeing each other pretty much the whole month of July.
So let me ask you this. You tell me if I'm wrong. You strike me as somewhat of a shy person. So when you guys were meeting, was it just kind of very initiatory, like flirting at first? Okay. From both sides?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just kind of like feeling each other out. It's kind of like,
Yeah. And so, texts, any calls?
more near the end of June.
Okay. And what makes you remember that it's June that it happened?
Because we called each other before I left to go to San Diego.
Oh, okay. All right. At first, did you think something might happen?
I just thought it was just flirting. I didn't think it was actually like something that would actually happen.
Yeah. Well, it's totally natural, right? I mean, everyone kind of flirts at work, right? Because the relationship between men and women is different. So if you're working with a girl at work, it's just kind of natural to flirt. I get it.
I wish I was out in the field more instead of at the office those that month. But
Yeah. I can kind of see it in your eyes. That's kind of where the path started, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I was like, because when I went from like a rover to a field coordinator, like I would spend more time in the morning time in the office trying to get everything like situated where we're gonna go, everything like that. And, if I was a rover, I'd be more out in the field instead of like coming to the office like for more than an hour.
Right.
It just gave me more time to run into her, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. What did she know about you? Did she know you were married at first?
She did once I showed her the pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
On like the home screen picture and everything.
So was your wife in that picture, or was it just your girls?
It was just my girls right there, but my wife was the lock screen.
Oh.
So she knew I was married with my kids.
Okay.
Are you aware that she said?
He just said it right there. She knew I was married and I had kids. Mic drop. Boom.
She didn't know you were married? What did you think about that?
I figured it was like
She knew.
I was just trying to. Something my sister said, it was like just trying to keep things together.
Yeah.
Just trying. She phrased it a different way, but just kind of like just like ground control, just trying to control everything that's going on around her. Because I'm sure she got bombarded by all kinds of different sides from the media and everything. So. And
Have you talked to her at all? No.
I'm hoping she hasn't written me in a different alias or something. I'm not talking to her that way.
Oh.
And are you not allowed to talk to her?
I would hope not.
Okay. No one told you that, though?
No, I mean, I would expect I thought in Colorado it said on a DOC list of if you're on a victim list you can't call anybody.
Oh, right.
But here I'm not sure if that's the same. But I've just talked to my sister, parents, some friends of my parents.
Okay.
Do you wish you could talk to her?
Maybe once just to
get some closure?
Just to say hey, just once.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, I'm sorry this all happened. I'm sorry. I'm not sure, what happened, afterwards, what you went through, if you had, counseling, if you're, different state, if you had to leave everything behind. I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry. And that.
But he said it right there. She knew everything.
Somebody else either.
Would you be alright if we told her that?
That's fine.
Do you want us to? Do you want us not to?
And if she would want to even talk to you guys, I mean, I'm not sure if someone contacted her. I'm sure she'd answer your phone call more than an attorney phone call that she didn't want to call. Answer.
Yeah.
Oh, so your attorney tried to call her and she wouldn't answer?
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember her phone number, but after that they figured out, I guess, where she lived. They left a business card there. And she just.
Did he say that he left it?
She said stop coming around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's getting bombarded like everyone else, so.
And hopefully it's calmed down since, but
Nope.
I'm sure, like, I just hope she can, like, I'm not, there's, like, normalcy for her, not since she's on the outside, but I'm hoping it can get that way at some point. I'm not sure if she had to leave Colorado or not, but I'm sure, like, that would
Nope, she's still in Colorado.
Chino in Anarcho was her dream job, so that's one thing I always, like, asked my attorneys is, like, did she have to leave? Like, did she have to do anything at work? Because that was one thing. So
She got fired.
Job, so.
Oh, really? Yeah. Where did she leave?
Like an oil company in Anarcho is like, you know, I mean, unless you're working for like BP or like Phillips or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And Anarcho's like, you know,
It's like big leagues.
yeah.
Can I ask kind of a tough question? Did you love her?
I felt like it was true.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to love because he had to Google it.
I think so too. I think it was the same from her. Yeah. Okay. Tell us about the time you spent with her.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it felt
boy.
like it was, you know,
Butt
I
stuff.
think like when you say like I was more like a shy guy, it's kind of like I never like been pursued by anybody before. It's kind of like I was the one, you know, trying to pursue. Because like when me and Shanann met, it was like, you know, she was always like pushing me away, kind of like, you know.
She was sick for a while, right?
Oh yeah, she had just got diagnosed with lupus, and she was on like a bunch of different medications and stuff. And it was like, I guess I was one of her type. And
you weren't her type?
I wasn't her type.
Okay.
Cause like she told me like when she first, because we had met.
She told you that?
Yeah.
You're not
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, it was like, you know, when we first met, like it was at a movie theater. My cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
What did he say?
Movie theater. My cousin's ex-wife set us up.
My cousin's ex-wife set us up.
You were dressed like shit, weren't you?
I
think that's what you told me.
Yeah, I didn't know like.
See, the only problem I have with these guys, and I know they're trying to do what that tactic, they're trying to kind of like buddy him to see what they can get out of him. But I hate that they have to do that because it sounds like they're buddy kind of thing. So I don't know. Yeah.
That.
They didn't have any games?
So she was fancy
Whatever,
and he was in like
football.
shorts and
I was in
tennis shoes or
shorts
something,
and
right?
shoes and like I should have known the doorman, you know, was in a suit, and I was just like, this isn't good. And like when
Was it
she,
at the theater?
It was a fancy theater, right?
it was
Kind of.
in Charlotte. It was called the Epicenter, and apparently they give you like champagne and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this is a fancy date night theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
movie
he came like he was going to a
Like I was,
Cinemax,
Like
like I was going to a bonfire
like a
or something.
AMC.
Like a play theater?
No, it was like you
Movie
just watch
theater?
the normal movie, but like you can like drink champagne and like
Yeah.
have like, you know, a Jack and Coke inside the theater and just sit there and just whatever. But like yeah, it's when she first saw me, she was like, I should probably just turn and talk to the bartender a little more. And I was like, no, I'm not you're here to meet. But yeah, like I was like persistent trying to pursue something. I liked her, and even on our first date, like I couldn't even eat anything really. I was just like, you know,
You're so nervous.
yeah,
Really?
yeah. I was just, she was just like, you know,
And
chowing
yet
down.
you murdered
She's
her.
Like, you eat like a bird. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And she talked to my parents like, you know, months later. She's like, this guy just never ate. It's like, this guy eats like a trash disposal. I was like, no, not around me. I was like, well, I was nervous. I was just like, I was always like shaking and everything. But yeah, I was always pursuing her, and then just like finally I grew onto her. Like, you know, I would always like with her medications and stuff. I would always like, she had like 8 bottles of medications, so I would always get like her day and nights and kind of like put them all in that little, you know, flip open
Pill box.
yeah, all that kind of stuff. And I would always, you know, be around her. I even went to her colonoscopy. And she said after that she knew that was like kind of a keeper. It's like, you know, who goes to a colonoscopy after 3 months with somebody?
And yet you murdered her.
It's a little soon.
Well, she asked if she needed a ride. I'm like, yeah. She's like, you want to go colonoscopy with me? I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Like, I even sat with her while she drank that nasty stuff all day.
Yeah.
Oh. Where she's in the bathroom
That's
all
a good
day?
test.
Like clear stuff that's not real, that doesn't really taste clear. Yeah, but yeah, it was. I mean, it felt like it was a great relationship. Everything was great.
Now you're talking about with Kessinger?
No, with
or
Tom
with
Elchin, and like in the first year, you know, like, you know, my parents never. I don't know. My mom was always kind of hesitant.
Why?
I was the baby, I guess. I never, you know, put this. I never had a girlfriend in high school, so it's kind of like.
Honestly, I don't think anybody would have been good enough for Cindy's Chris.
Like, she never like really saw me like.
Oh, interesting. So she's kind of watching her baby walk out a little bit.
Yeah,
And she didn't like that.
I was 18. I graduated. I never moved back.
Okay.
At home. So
And
my
how
sister
old-
moved back and forth all the time. So
How old were you when you met Shanann?
I was 25. It was 2010. So
Okay.
So no serious girlfriends before that?
nothing more than like 6 months or so. Yeah, there was some girls here and there, but just
But
nothing more,
he's
like,
had girlfriends.
the last girlfriend I had before Shanann, she was just actually got divorced, and I should never did that, but it was more of like a.
You should never done the Nichol Kessinger, my dude.
Divorce, it seemed like she went on to somebody else. I'm like, oh, nice to know.
You're the rebound guy?
The rebound guy.
Pretty much, but you know, that's how it goes.
Would you say that in your relationships with women, it seems to me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it seems to me like you're attracted to maybe a more dominant personality?
It seemed like it because I'm more of the just reserved. I mean, I just kind of like go with the flow type.
Yeah.
But then like, Shanann usually made all the decisions. It seemed like so.
I get that. I'm the same. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I don't think that's right with you, but.
So then, and I know it's hard to keep bouncing back and forth, but and one of the reasons we're here is we just keep telling ourselves, Chris just does not fit the mold. Chris does not.
No.
Like it just blows us away what happened, right? And so we will do a little bit of bouncing back and forth, and that's really just to get to know you a little bit better, because we never really got that chance, did we? We were
Met
talking.
you twice.
Yeah.
Met you once.
Yeah.
Probably like 3. Well, you remember 3 or 4 times probably.
So then do you call her Nikki or Nicole Kessinger?
I would call her Nikki.
Okay.
I know there's so many Nikki's and Nicoles in this.
Right, there is.
I got confused.
So we'll call her Nikki. So then with Nikki, was it different?
It just seemed like I was more in control. It seemed like.
You thought you were, but you weren't.
Like she'd actually like asked me like my opinion on a lot of things and just like what I wanted to do and just kind of like, okay.
That was new, wasn't it?
Very new.
Oh, that's fascinating to me. And so did it feel more like an equal partnership or?
It seemed like it.
Yeah. Okay. So then when it was date night, would you guys talk about it? Would you ask to go somewhere? Or would she say, I want to go somewhere? Was it a two-thing?
You know, the first time we went out, it was to a movie over at the Orchard, off the 144th over there, and you know, I asked her like, "Hey, you want to go see this movie?" And like, she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And we got there, it was sold out, and you know.
What was it called? Manipulator?
Just wait 2 hours, like no, just go home. But now she just wanted to walk around and just talk. I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow.
So that was different, and you know, I think she wanted to go to the car museum, Shelby Museum in Boulder. I've never been there, and I was
That's right up your alley. You're a mechanic.
I was just like, that was.
She knew exactly how to play him.
Cars for like an hour or so, and then you know, drag race in Vandermeer.
Okay.
And I haven't been to a drag race since 2008. And that was in Charlotte.
Okay.
It was like that was the drag strip over there. This like the NHRA, the Top Fuel, fun car stuff. Like me and my dad used to grow up.
Yeah.
Go there like all the time. And then like went camping in Sand Dunes National Park, and I'd never been camping. I always wanted to do it.
How have you never gone camping?
Done it, like countless times.
Oh, really? Okay. She's outdoorsy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's. I guess every time like she needed to clear her head, she'd just go by herself, just go somewhere.
Oh.
Yep.
She took Jim.
She's a
How much you want to
completely
bet?
new type of person and relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What were you thinking this whole time? Like, in the back of your head?
In the back of my head, I was just telling myself, what are you doing? Like, you know, every time, you know, I open up my phone, I can see pictures and like of my wife and my kids, and I'm just like, what am I doing? And then like every time I was with her, it seemed like I didn't think. It seemed like it was like a blinder that was in my face.
It was all the butt stuff. It had nothing to do with she was in control, or he felt like he was in more control. It was because of the lust. It was because of the SEX. It was because of the butt stuff. He's full of crap.
Oh.
And just like every time I look back on it, like, you know, like I have pictures of my wife and kids and myself. And like every night, you know, or every morning, every night, you know, I just, you know, talk to them, you know, say like I have like this book I used to read for CC, and I remember that book, so I read that to them like every night. And like there's some scripture and stuff that I read to them, so I just try to, you know.
He gets teary-eyed when talking about them.
And just like I wish that blinder wasn't on my head, right in my eyes. That would have seen what was going on. Like, you know, I was having, like, everybody said, oh, you're just out there having fun while your kids, you know, or kids and wife are on vacation. I'm just like, no, it wasn't like that, but it seemed like that's what it looked like when, you know, when you're going, you know, when you're going to camping, going to drag race, going all this other stuff that you have fun doing, but you're with somebody else. It's not your family. It just didn't seem right.
Okay.
You know, I was with her. It just didn't seem like I could even see that anymore.
Yeah.
I was there at her house pretty much every night. So it was like I didn't have that time at home just to really think about.
Too busy doing all the butt stuff.
Like I was only at home from like when I got home from work. I worked out, I ate dinner, and then I went over to her house. Like I never slept in my house from like the whole month of July.
Now, talk me through that though. When you said you went home and then you were at her house, was that while Shanann was gone? Oh, okay. So you weren't even at your house.
No.
And again, I'm not blaming Shanann, but I'm just saying, what if she never left? And he couldn't spend time with Nichol like he wanted to. But the thing that bothers me, and another part, is when Nichol says, I don't know if you can swing it this month, and she was talking in June, but if you would like to come with us to the sand dunes. So she had to have been with Chris before at a different hotel, whatever, because the way she made it sound like was, I don't know if you can swing it this month, like she's asked before, and he's done it. It's just, it's there, man. It's a mic drop.
It was insane quickly. Like I didn't, like, she even told me like she was never, in like a normal relationship, she would never have somebody over at her house like more than like once or twice a week, but she felt like she wanted me over there. Yeah. She said she felt comfortable with me over there. Yeah. So it's just like, that's what was different, like she wanted me over there. But I just wish that all that would just go away. I just wish I'd almost like I know it's hard to, I know it's wrong to say I wish I'd never met somebody, but I wish I'd, you know, maybe met her at work and then just kept it that way.
I think if we had a time machine, I don't think this would happen again. Because some people, when this happens, you're like, well, if it wasn't this time, it would have been next time, or it would have been the next time. It just wouldn't have happened with you, would it? And it happened so quickly that you tell me if I'm wrong. You're not the type of guy to take control sometimes when you need to. Yeah, it seems like that's just what happened.
Ooh, it's like just a slap in his face.
Situation, just like the situation controlling me.
Right, it just happened. No, I get that, man. I'm somewhat passive myself, and it's like, you know, there's situations where I'm like, well, why did I let that keep going? You know?
Yeah, I don't know why. It was like a roller coaster ride that I just kept punching the ticket on, and I just never could get up.
Wow, in that short 20 minutes, like, mic drop, he literally sat there and said that Nichol knew everything. So when she had lied in her interviews, should that be a red flag and be like, oh, maybe we should look at her? Because Chris said, I mean, we can't take his word for it because the man is an habitual liar. but it should be addressed that, oh, Chris is saying this stuff. They took his confession. So with him saying all this information that we just saw and heard, should they be like, we need to look at this. Smart idea. Let's take a look at it. Man, it's like all the stuff that we've been doing when it comes to all these different YouTuber channels and myself and the thousands of millions of you guys watching have literally pushed to try to get this done. And they're just like, no, we just don't feel like it. Like, what is it going to take? I'm literally trying to find out ways I could go about this legally to have her investigated. That's all we want, is we want to talk to NK. With that being said, guys, if you guys could comment your thoughts down below on this exposure that Chris has done. I mean, the man could literally probably say Nichol Kessinger was there that morning, and I think the DA would probably be like, no. Like, he wouldn't even try to even bring her in. It's going to take a different DA, unfortunately. And secondly, unfortunate, is we're going to have to wait 4 years until election time again. This is DA Rourke's last term in his DA spot. After this 4 years, he can't do it no more. And that's why I keep saying that it's going to take years for this to even pop up, because he doesn't want to touch it. With that being said, again, make sure you guys comment down below. Don't forget to go over to Midnight Rabbit Hole. Go give them some love by subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing. You know the deal. And we will see you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving. And keep nerding on. And we'll see you guys in the next video.